if they were to mine the Strait of Hormuz, the sea passage for all world oil, if they were to mine it, well, your first reaction would be, well, just send in the Americans to put in the minesweepers. Okay, but all of these big tankers are insured. They are not going to insure these big tankers to leave the Middle East. Once again, the price of oil would go over $200 a barrel. It's scary, but it's something you have to know, so you do not get blindsided. You see, I look at the trends, but I also look at what are the things that can come out of left field and hit me. And that's what I always prepare for. Okay? Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I'm a positive-minded person, but I'm also a realist. And I want to ground you so you have an idea of how to make money for yourself. So if we keep going, let's keep going. Let's come over to North America. Let's talk about Cantarell. Cantarell is the third largest reservoir in the world. And Cantarell basically is responsible for 40% of all revenues for the Mexican government. Once again, this oil could run forever. Ladies and gentlemen, that reservoir will be dry in 20 years. Tell me what is going to happen to the Mexican population. If there is border disputes right now, can you imagine if 40% of all government revenue is cut out of the Mexican economy? Can you imagine the exodus of people trying to leave the country for a better life for themselves and their families? This is what I want to prepare you for. You have to understand the trends. If you understand the trends, you will understand the investment opportunity for yourselves that are available. Let's keep going south. Let's go down to South America. Let's talk about Chavez in Venezuela. When he first took power, I said, oh. And what did he do? Well, he's spreading socialism, which as a system over time has never proven itself to work. He's shown it, or he's exported to Bolivia, Peru, countries like that. And what he said, the big bad American and foreign nations here, we have to take back the people's assets and give it back to the people. Well, what he did is he kicked out all foreign expertise. Kicked them all out. The price of oil has gone up tremendously. Oil production in Venezuela has gone down by over 20% since he's taken power. Now, what I will tell you is the size of his mansions have grown considerably in all of his cronies, and anyone who's on his side makes a heck of a lot of money. And the other, now you might say, well, they can just pick up production. The problem is when you take oil quickly out of a reservoir and you take it out and you don't do it properly, it gets trapped. But that oil many times is never recoverable again. And the other thing is, to the United States of America, Chavez is not exactly friendly with the United States as a supply of friendly oil. And it's a shame. Finally, last week there was an election. He's won every election. And finally, last week, they did a vote, basically, which pretty much he came out on his on the vote and says, "I want a big dictator for life." That was what that's what they were voting for. The people, all the human rights organizations, the churches, and everyone got together, and they defeated him 51-49. It looked like for 2 days he was going to accept the defeat, but unfortunately, I saw in the papers now, he says, it was what it was, but the people, not enough voters came out, it wasn't fair, and I'm going to do it again. So that's, unfortunately, why we have to live that. But how does that relate to us in our own lives? The trend for oil is up over the long term. Yes, oil could go from $90 down to $60 again. It could definitely happen. But the trend over time is up. And that's what you have to understand. Like, sometimes when you're looking at a trend, it may go like this. Well, Mike, the price of gold, as an example, has gone from $800 down to $700, and that's 12 months. But yes, in 2 years, here it is up to $1,800. And that's understanding the trend. And when you understand trend investments, you understand how to make money for yourself. So let's go. So we understand what's going on globally with oil. In the United States, it's a situation right now where in the United States we consume 22 million barrels a day